second. You hold the book for 1 second and warp us to the middle of nowhere?
It wasn't my fault. I didn't even open it.
It's because you put it on that pinball machine. Who knows? Maybe you've warped us inside of one.
That's ridiculous. We're just in a park somewhere.
If it is a park, that's one nasty game of capture the flag.
Hey, you three! Don't just stand there. Take this ball to the trebuchet.
Okay, no problem. You heard the man. To the trebuchet. What's a trebuchet?
Follow me.
What took you so long?
Sorry, your lordship. These peasants are small. I'd have used the big ones, but they ran away yesterday.
Backstabbing Scots. And what about you three curiously garbed commoners? To whom do you vow allegiance?
To, the king.
Which king? Edward III or David Bruce?
Wait a minute, it's a trick question. There aren't two kings, right?
There is only one true king of all of Britain, and that's Edward III. David is just an ungrateful Scottish rebel like his father, Robert Bruce.
Right, Edward. That's what we were going to say, wasn't it, guys?
Spies! Sent from David's supporter, that unruly Black Agnes. Well, we'll just send them right back. Load them into the trebuchet.
No, you
wait,
got it all
stop.
wrong.
Be careful what you wish for.
Three boys surfing on the time continuum. There they go. Green mist fills the air. The book can take them anywhere. Three girls warping time is 2105. There they go. You can catch a ride with the Time Warp Trio. Traveling through history. With the Time Warp Trio.
There's not a lot of time to think when you're about to be splattered against the wall of a Scottish castle. But one question did occur to me. Why me? The answer was simple. Family.
And then you just put the remainder over here, and voila! That's long division.
You're so smart. If only you were my older sister and Joe was my great-great-grandnephew.
Don't trust her, Jody. I know that voice. She's up to something.
I am not.
You're just jealous because we're bonding.
Yeah. So, now that we've bonded, will you teach me something about the book?
See, I told you.
Anna, I know you've done it before, but you're really too young to time travel.
Yeah, Anna, listen to Jody.
Having said that, I guess there are one or two little things I could show you.
Wait, no fair. I'm older. You should be teaching me first.
Age doesn't matter, right, Jody? Tell him.
Does too.
Does not.
If you two don't stop fighting, I'm not showing either of you a thing. Now, before you open the book, you should always make sure your hands are clean, especially if you've been around Fred. I usually carry around some disinfecting lotion for just this purpose. Now, where did I put it?
Wait, there's tomato sauce on this table. We should put the book someplace clean.
1,338? Huh. I could get that with one hand tied behind my back.
Ah, here it is. Not only does it kill germs that can infect the space-time continuum, it's also a lavender-scented moisturizer. Hands, please.
Meddling nephew. Traitorous brother. Huh? Ha-ha! Right into my trap. Now, let's see where my craftily hidden time bomb has sent that little warp runt. Medieval Scotland, eh? Perfect! We'll have bagpipes at your funeral, laddie.
I wonder what new treachery that black-hearted Earl has cooked up for me today. Sending children over the wall? new law, Salisbury! You're all right then? No broken bones? Good. You can let yourself out the main gate.
What? But the chubby dude with the goatee will kill us.
What the Earl of Salisbury does with you is his business. This castle has been under siege for nearly 5 months. We don't have food for 3 extra mouths.
We're very light eaters. I'm fine with just a salad.
You can't send us back out there. I demand to speak to the person in charge.
Aye, Lady Agnes Randolph, I'm the person in charge of Castle Dunbar. My husband, the Earl of Moray, left to train Scottish troops in the north. With him away, the English thought we wouldn't put up much of a fight. Well, I guess you're wrong about that, eh, you greedy swines? Your accents are strange. What clan are you?
Clan?
Are you Campbell, McDougal? Where does your loyalty lie?
Well, I like the Yankees, but Anna here's a Mets fan.
What he means, your ladyship, is that we're from very far away. We don't have clans in New York.
You're from York? That's an English city.
She said New York? It's very different. It's not English at all. We swear.
If you're enemies of the English, you could help us. Then again, you might just be spies. Constable McDoohickey!
Aye, your ladyship.
Put these 2 in irons until I decide what to do with them. Leave the wee one with me. She is full of spirit. I like that.
You'll get 1 bowl of oats a day. Any complaints and you can have a stretch on the rack instead.
The rack. That's the torture device that pulls your arms and legs out of their sockets, right?
Uh-huh. The oats can't be that bad.
You haven't tasted them yet.
Uncle Joe!
What are you doing here?
Oh, just seeing the sights, or rather, that was my intention when I borrowed the book from you. But that's all in the past. My favorite nephew and great-great-grandniece are here to save me.
Actually, we were hoping you were here to save us.
Butterfingers here dropped the book on a pinball machine, and now we have no idea where it is.
Pinball machine? Not the pizzeria under Elliman.
Yeah, why?
Oh, I thought I had defused them all, but I forgot about the pizzeria.
Diffused what? Pinball machines?
No, time bombs. Horrible things. They propel unsuspecting warpers to a random date when the book comes into contact with it.
1,338. 1338. My score. That must be where we've warped to.
But who would...
Mad Jack!
He used to make small time bombs when we were kids. He's coming for the book, and you. He may already be here.
What do we do?
If only I could reach my pocket. I have the perfect lock-picking device.
Wait, I may have something in my pocket that could help. Joe, see if you can reach it.